recorded. Is it recording?
All right. My speech is an informative speech to teach you about the armed services member and veterans. Many of us have family and friends and colleagues who are serving or have served in the armed forces. We often desire to learn about and understand their service to our country. Often these individuals, for many reasons, are circumspect about service, particularly in wartime. A few weeks ago, during the State of the Union speech, President Donald Trump made a note of promotion in rank to a former Tuskegee Airman, Brigadier General Charles McKee. Immediately after I saw his photo, I began to trace his military career history by studying his uniform and the objects he wore on his jacket, which in the military is called a blouse. From reading the article about the general, I learned that he had courageously and honorably served in 3 conflicts, evidence of which I was able to see on his uniform. Also, I thought about my family members who have served and wondered about their service. The U.S. Armed Forces consists currently of 6 branches: the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard, and the Space Force. Each branch has its own branch-specific uniform and identifiers, which include rank, device, skill badges, unit insignia, as well as commendation, decorations, which include medals and ribbons. There are, however, rank, device, skill badges, as well as commendation decorations that are used by more than one branch or even across all the branches. At this point, you may remember meeting active service member or veteran military people and admiring their uniform without actually understanding the significance of the individual components. It becomes quite a chore to understand the uniform and the accoutrements on them. My friend, a military historian, taught me how to read a uniform, thus understanding the wearer's service history and experience. Military members have their own uniform jargon, and I learned that these words are often funny, yet they belie the admiration that service members have for each other. In service, there are 2 classes, enlisted and officers. The rank device denotes the level of responsibility and the service of the member. Rank device are either metal or fabric striped chevron bars, leaves, birds, or star. The most junior officer in the military is a 2nd lieutenant or an ensign, and the rank device is a single gold bar. The term butter bar is often used while a colonel is described as a bird colonel, as the device is an eagle. In the enlisted ranks, a sergeant who is most senior in a unit is designated a first sergeant. His charge will often call him a top. Skill badges will denote special training and experience attained by the service member. They are often called breast badges, as they are worn on the left side of the uniform near the top over the heart. Skill badges include wings for aviators, parachute badges, and combat commendation. Service personnel have interesting names as well for these. As a member of the United States Navy SEALs, will refer to his trident as a Budweiser, due to its resemblance to the logo on the beverage maker. A trained parachutist will call the badge he wears as jump links. Unit insignia are identifying devices, fabric sewn or metal pinned on, that seek to identify a veteran's specific location and information while serving. The unit insignia is often very colorful, and design will allude to the history of the unit. For example, a unit based in Washington, D.C. will often have a landmark, such as the U.S. Capitol or the Washington Monument, incorporated into the design. Local units based in Connecticut often use a nutmeg branch, in their unit identifier to remind us of their local roots. These two have beloved monikers. The U.S. Army 1st Infantry Division has a red numeral 1 on a green shield like a patch. It's a soldier that will say that they belong to the big red one, while those in the 7th Infantry Division refer to themselves as member of the Hourglass Division. A medal consists of coin-sized piece of metal suspended from a small piece of fabric called a ribbon. The medal will have a design that highlight the event being commemorated, with the reverse side having the wearer's own name and the date of participation. The ribbon is generally striped vertically in colors that represent some relationship to the event being honored. Medals are generally only worn in the most formal of circumstances, so ribbon badge is worn in most other circumstances. The ribbon badge is a small piece of fabric cut into rectangular shape, worn in rows on the uniform in lieu of full metal decoration. My bibliography is from the United States Military Uniform Guide. That's one. The second one is from Military Rank Enlisted. That's 2. The third one is from the officer from the same section. Or number 3 is from Skill Badges. Number 4, the unit insignia. And number 5, medal and ribbon chart. And also I did an interview with writer and historian Robert Bernstein on February 15 of 2020. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my speech.
No problem.
All right. Are you finished?